Okay, Moore, thank you very much. Well, back we go to the feature game of the day, which is 10-2 New England at 9-3 Chicago. The Bears riding high again, thanks in large part to their DNA, the new look, coach, monsters of the midway defense. As in 2006, when Chicago made it to the Super Bowl, one of the heroes is linebacker Lance Briggs. Now, that makes sense, because as Rachel Nichols tells us, Briggs' off-the-field focus is on heroes as well. Make that superheroes.
As one of the toughest members of the Bears' vaunted defense, linebacker Lance Briggs often looks like a superhero on the football field. But like any Cape Crusader, he has an alter ego as well. Briggs is a closet comic book fanboy.
I've loved comic books all my life since I was about 6 years old, and I was intrigued by the images at first, and then the characters, and then just anything.
How many comic books would you say that you bought in your lifetime?
I don't know. That's a lot. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands.
Briggs is so dedicated, he started a website called Lance's Comic Book World, where he blogs weekly about his obsession. He also holds special comic events, like this one yesterday in downtown Chicago.
People love football, people love comics, you know, and some of those that don't admit that they love comics or don't want to admit it, they think it's nerdy or something like that.
What if we made a comic book about you? What kind of superhero would you be?
I'd be a chameleon. I'd be a lot of different superheroes, you know. I prefer to be able to read minds, you know. That way I'd be better prepared for this interview we're having right now.
Since Briggs is a particular fan of the X-Men, ESPN asked Marvel Comics to illustrate him as a chameleon with a variety of X-Men traits.
You see, I love this right here. They definitely have the arms, the muscles, and the veins correctly.
Now, if that was really you, how would that help you out on the football field with all of those superpowers?
Well, I have quite an advantage. I don't think that there's any game that we couldn't win.
If they wrote a comic book about the Bears' defense, what would it be called?
Monsters of the Midway. Peppers would be Incredible Hulk, because the guy's just massive and kind of a freakish human being.
Julius Peppers, down he goes, sack.
Brian, you'd have to be Captain America or Superman. You know, I mean, he's probably a combination of those two.
54, he's the leader of everything. He's the Superman. You know, we follow his lead.
Does Superman make a lot of mistakes? I'm not Superman. If anyone's Superman, it's Pep. Because he does things that a guy his size should not be able to do.
Does that make you Lois Lane?
Lois Lane, I'll be her. For that guy. Yeah.
While Briggs doesn't draw himself, he has recently been designing storylines for a comic series of his own.
I'm working on a little something that's kind of tied to religion a little bit, and also modern day flaws. You know, modern day flaws of everyone. I don't want to let too much out, you know.
Have a name?
Coming soon. It's called Coming Soon.
Good player, good guy. He says he brings the comic books on the road trip to read on the plane. And the other guys try to read it along with him. Thank you very much, Rachel. Well, you'll need to be a superhero to have footing on this field today to even sit in the stands. I mean, there's...